What else we got?
We've got I don't know if you saw that Andrew Cuomo did an interview.
Killer Cuomo!
Yes.
He's killing people. He's killing old people.
Well, I mean, he is.
I know he is. But well, the humor of it is just the media he's got this book coming out. I was reading a story about the 20 most anticipated books in October and November.
Oh, no.
It was on there. He's like, America's governor has this. But I'm like, this guy is a fucking.
Do you remember the little boomlet in March where people thought that he was going to be the nominee?
For president? Yeah.
Biden's going to bow out or something?
Jesus. Well, I mean, he'd be better than Biden. I mean, livelier.
Has Biden killed more people?
I mean, I don't know. He's smelled them to death, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so Cuomo, what's going on here?
So the Finger Lake Daily News is just a little like podunk New York
sure, I know
newspaper.
Finger Lake District.
And so Cuomo gives an interview with them, and this topic comes up, which is that early on in the pandemic, people were looking for healthcare space for people who were COVID positive. In a few states, including Massachusetts and New York.
This is Holyoke, right?
Yeah, this is Holyoke and some other nursing homes. They saw empty beds at nursing homes and said, hey, here's where we're going to put some COVID positive patients.
It's a good idea.
So they issued executive, and obviously the nursing home said, whoa, no, we don't want this. So the governors had to step in and say, executive order, we are not allowing long-term care facilities to turn away, to discriminate against patients who are COVID positive. So what you had was the byproduct of that was the systemic introduction of the coronavirus into long-term care facilities, which then just spread like wildfire through all these facilities. And now, what, 90% of all deaths were at long-term care facilities?
I mean, I'm not sure
it's
that's
just like some huge percentage of all deaths have occurred at long-term care facilities.
And there's a document that Cuomo sent out, the Department of Health, with Cuomo knowing March 25th, 2020. Really when this was at its peak.
Yes.
And this is when it was like, we didn't know a fucking thing. And this is basically when he's saying just that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the memo that was. I mean, someone in the New York media got it through a FOIA request, and that is the specific instruction that was sent out from Governor Cuomo's administration, saying you cannot turn away people who have the coronavirus.
Right.
You've got to put them in the room with healthy 80-year-olds who have diabetes.
Right.
And then just. I don't know what follows after that.
Yeah.
And this is what happened at Holyoke. People.
Right. Yeah. Spread like crazy. So
yes.
he told the Finger Lakes paper that this didn't happen. Is that right? What's the quote?
I've got the audio for you.
Oh,
we never needed nursing home beds because we always had hospital beds. So it just never happened in New York where we needed to say to a nursing home, we need you to take this person even though they're COVID positive. It never happened. We had extra beds. We had extra beds at Javits. We had extra beds at emergency hospitals that we put up all across the state. So it just never happened that we needed a nursing home to take a COVID positive person. It never happened.
Okay, so you're just lying.
Yes.
Okay, so
just a total absolute lie.
But I mean, is this a big story or no?
It's funny that you asked that because no, it is,
I mean, like I'm
no.
not. I know.
Even in the New York tabs,
I can't even get what they're like.
New York Post should say "Killer Cuomo." This is a complete and total lie. This is Orwellian. This is. I mean, again, you've got to be able to criticize both the Trump administration because they've had some situations like this as well, where they say X and then they come back and say, oh, well, we never said X. I mean, this is what that is.
It's wild reading this. Jesus, it's crazy. So yeah, well. Okay. So his brother, obviously, our buddy, freaking caller of the show, Chris Cuomo. Fredo had on the senator from Texas.
Ted Cruz.
Theodore Cruz.
Raphael.
Whose family did not kill John F. Kennedy.
They haven't denied it.
Well, Trump accused.
Credibly.
Keep in mind, this guy's a Trump fucking ass kisser now. The guy said he shouldn't be elected. He would be allowed to be president.
Said his wife is
ugly, and said that his dad killed JFK. Right?
Just branded him as Lion Ted.
He's Lion Ted. Okay, I'm just trying to get everything straight. Was on with Chris last night, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Lost their lives on your political enemies, and that's just not right. It's not right
I'm
at all.
saying that when you hear 200,000 people die, you don't say it is what it is. I'm saying that
but you know what?
You could have
it's
slowed it
particularly
down
not
and you
right,
didn't,
Chris,
you
when
own
your
it.
brother has presided over the state with the highest death rate in the country.
And New York's record will stand for itself.
I know your brother didn't want those people to lose their lives, but you shouldn't play politics with
So
the
you don't
attack.
think he intentionally killed them? That's good. That's very charitable of you, Ted.
Of course not. But I do think we can have a very reasonable policy discussion about the policy mistakes in New York and New Jersey of sending COVID-positive patients into nursing homes. I think that was a very serious policy mistake.
Right? That wasn't the most vulnerable population.
It's one of the reasons why the death rate in New York is 4 times the death rate in Texas.
Texas, the place where the governor said that you didn't need to test and you didn't need masks, right?
Okay,
and the president gave him a pat on the head?
That's just a complete fabrication, and we test a lot.
That's how riled up
the
fucking
same governor
Cuomo
who
is.
said we didn't need to shut down, go out, and then he had to turn around and do it differently because cases popped all over the place? That guy? Is that what you're talking about?
Was it a mistake?
Or is that too political?
Was it a mistake when your brother implemented a policy that nursing homes had to accept COVID-positive patients and endanger the lives of
My
tens
brother
of
was the
thousands
first
of
one to
seniors in New York
say
State?
that there was a learning curve and that mistakes were made and they changed things as soon as they could.
No, that's not what I'm hearing. I'm reading right here from the New York Department of Health, March 25th, 2020. No resident shall be denied readmission or admission to the NH solely based on a confirmed or suspected diagnosis of COVID-19. NH being nursing home, obviously. They're prohibited from requiring a hospitalized resident who is determined medically stable to be tested for COVID-19 prior to admission. Done. I mean, that's it. I mean, just...
Oh, let's go back to Governor Cuomo.
And we never needed nursing home beds because we always had hospital beds. So it just never happened in New York where we needed to say to a nursing home, we need you to take this person even though they're COVID positive. It never happened. We had extra beds. We had extra beds at Javits. We had extra beds at emergency hospitals that we put up all across the state.
I mean, he's just like this. I mean, that's just like, it's a fucking lie. Like, thousands and thousands of elderly people died.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, obviously, Chris Cuomo is just a fucking sensitive asshole who Ted Cruz picked apart right there.
And part of it is through this entire time, Andrew Cuomo goes on with his brother Chris Cuomo, and millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people are watching this, and it's just like, we're doing the best we can. Well, thanks for doing the best you can. Everyone's doing the best they can.
How's mom's meatball sandwich? While people are dying.
How's mom's meatball sandwich? Actually, she died because I sent her to a nursing home with a COVID positive patient.
It's just insane. Just madness, and nobody's gonna report it.
You would think that the New York Post would be able to just destroy him on this,
or the Journal, or somebody. Somebody. I mean, I know the Times isn't gonna touch it, but he's just. I mean, it's to me, impeachable. Like I don't even get it.
Well, lying about it in the cover-up, I think, is
that's what I mean. No,
in Massachusetts now, you saw that two of the people associated with Holyoke, where the exact same thing happened, there's charges filed.
And Charlie Baker, of course, knew nothing.
No.
Which again, I would say, well, then what kind of governor are you? But okay.
Well, I'm sure if he did know about it, the Herald would have reported it by now, or the Globe would have gotten it, or something. Yeah.
But like Cruz said to Chris Cuomo, I don't think Andrew Cuomo knowingly sent people to their deaths, but that doesn't matter. You fucked up, and now the cover-up, as always, is worse than the crime. I thought, but maybe now in this world, it's not anymore.
Well, I think part of the problem is that the media is so polarized that everyone's in their own silo. Like an example is, Trump's final statement in the debate where he talked about the attempt by the Obama administration to kind of hamstring him as he was elected. If you just watched MSNBC or CNN, you had no fucking idea what he was talking about. But if you listen to Howie or you watch Fox News, you knew exactly what he was talking about.
Everyone's in their own.
So it just sounded like complete blabbermouth QAnon nonsense.
Right-wing lunacy.
But it's true what he was talking about. Just like if your average left-wing New Yorker probably doesn't know anything about this.
Oh, they'll say, "Oh, I've never heard of that. That's not true. Send me that," and you'll send it to me. And be like, "Oh, it's from that place."
Yeah. So, exactly.
And then the opposite.
What'd you see that on Facebook?
Breitbart,
did Ben Shapiro say that?
Right. Yeah. And then the truth, same's the truth on the other side too.
Totally. Yeah.
You're like, oh, Mother Jones or CNN or. So I mean, this is just crazy. But you heard Chris Cuomo, man. He's fucking sounded tight as shit right there.
He does. If you see him, he's even a little.
He gets worked up. We've talked to him. He's a very very emotional guy.
High blood pressure.
Well.